Joining us this morning, Morgan Stanley analyst Erik Woodring. Erik, good to have you back. Can you just help viewers understand how you're telling clients to think about today and what we're going to hear?
Sure. I think your prior guests were totally correct in that AR, VR, mixed reality will be the focal point of the developer conference today. Not just the hardware, but the tools that Apple will provide the 34+ million developers that Apple works with to, again, give them the tools to understand what we can build from an AR, VR perspective. Apple's been working on AR, VR since 2017, at least publicly, we know that. And so there are a number of APIs that are out there that'll help developers. But what we want to know today is, what does the device look like? What are the tools out there? What are the killer apps, the use cases that we all can get excited about? At the end of the day, again, early on, this will not be a mass consumption device. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of units have shipped. But over time, we want to know where Apple is kind of building the blocks today, because the goal is eventually for this to become a mass consumer device.
So, and you use the word consumer intentionally there, as opposed to enterprise?
I did. I did, partially because I think the early use cases are going to be more on the consumer side. That's not to say we're excluding the enterprise market at all. There are use cases that exist today in AR and VR, and that will exist in the future with AR, VR in the enterprise. But think of Apple as largely a consumer brand getting into the enterprise. I think of the same way when it comes to mixed reality headsets. The consumer is the primary customer today. The enterprise will be a customer tomorrow. But the opportunity today is bigger for the consumer.
Erik, discuss a little bit your thoughts about the stock, what's already built in. Now, you lifted the price target to 190. We're just about there. It's just a few percent up. Are we pushing against some kind of valuation ceiling?
No, so like if you look back to the 2022 period, Apple traded at a significantly higher multiple than this, call it 5 to 10 turns higher. Now, that was only temporary, and we were in a different interest rate regime at that point. And so we are getting close to what I would call valuation highs. But for me, as I look forward, what really needs to happen for Apple is that they need to prove that Apple isn't actually trading at 27 or 28 times PE today. They're actually trading at 24, 25. In other words, Apple has to show that there's upside to consensus numbers over the next 12 plus months in order to drive the stock higher. If there is an earnings upside, I think it's hard to make an argument that multiple expansion will be the only driver that takes us from here into outperformance over the next 12 months. So there needs to be some combination of multiple expansion, but really you need to see numbers move higher. And to me, again, the three biggest factors influencing that are the iPhone 15 cycle, services reaccelerating, and then gross margin upside.
Erik, one of the persistent bear narratives on Apple and a bunch of other names is that their supply chain is centered in a part of the world that looks increasingly dangerous, and that moving it will be very complex and take a very long time. How nimble would you say they're being on that front?
So I think Apple is moving their supply chain on the margin. Notice I said on the margin, not entirely, because I think that's exactly how it is. If we take the iPhone, for example, 6-7 years ago, 100% of iPhone production was done entirely in China. Today, about 7% of iPhones are manufactured in India, and they're just starting to manufacture new models in India. The goal is to have India to be, call it 25% of builds, and so there will be a continued, doubling of production in India over time, but we're still talking about 75% of iPhones being built and produced in China. So I don't think that the entire lift and shift out of China is in the cards today, but at least it has to be something that we all consider and understand the risks behind. I mean, there are other large electronics manufacturers, Samsung, for example, that were once big in China that have now completely removed themselves from the country and produce in countries like Vietnam. Apple has not communicated that is their efforts today, but I do think on the margin we will continue to see a shift from China to other Southeast Asian nations, mainly India, mainly Vietnam, and mainly Malaysia.
Yeah.